Thinking of where to go to?
Come on now.
Be on board with Patrice Radio.
Hey, 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 hey.
Right, beautiful people, you know what it is when you hear that sound. It's time for Moments with your boy Kenzie, and of course, on a lovely Tuesday live here on Patrice Radio, Spice of the World, flavor of the airwaves. And of course, I have two amazing, beautiful man, myth, and legend. And of course, you know what? When we say man, we mean both gender. Of course, it's in the Bible. You can argue with the Bible. It is what it is. Okay, and it's in the Quran as well. So we have man, myth, and legend. But of course, two beautiful, stunning ladies in the studio with me. And of course, as you know, once I have guests on the show, it means I am the guest on the show because y'all be entertaining us. And today on the show, we will be discussing, taking a closer look, and of course, expanding the horizon and everything teenage pregnancies in the world as a whole. And of course, on a Bro Code Nuggets today, we will be having these two ladies tell us why women would choose a guy with money over a guy with foundational core values and of course behavioral traits. Okay, so ladies, would you like to introduce yourself?
All right, I'm Christine James on the show today.
Okay.
And I am Kim Milam on the show today.
All right. So, people, these two ladies, especially the ladies listening in, these two ladies will tell you why they are boss ladies on the show today, and of course, they're dealing with everything teenage pregnancies. And today on the show, we want to make sure that we dissect, integrate, digest, and of course, to reciprocate and throw more light on everything teenage pregnancies on the show today. We want to throw more light because the world has ignored it. We are celebrating the girl child, but of course, we will not ignore the boy child because of course, we are encompassing children as a whole. I want to encapsulate the notion that the world needs children because they're the leaders of tomorrow. But of course, today on the show, I have two stunning women here to just, give us that brain power, that brain food, that juice, scoop, squeeze, and everything in between, and everything teenage pregnancy, because they are, in the spotlight, they're in the forefront of the fight against, everything society has termed wrong about teenage pregnancies. And they want to let us know today that, look, it's okay, all right? It's not a death sentence. And that's why they're here. We want to make sure that we get a professional view from somebody pacing that is up there and making sure that they're in the forefront of the fight. So we want to thank you all first for choosing to associate with women who are scorned by society, or society has put them down and beaten them to the side. And I really like this stigma against women, teenagers who are pregnant in society these days is bad. So thank you so much for actually picking them up and say, look, I'm on your side, girl. I got you. Let's struggle. You're a queen. Adjust your crown and let's get to it. All right. So thank you so much for being there, because people everywhere, those minors that society terms us as segregated as minors, they really need people to be like, look, girl, I got you. Especially women. Now, there are guys going through emotional stuff. Okay, let's not take that away. There are guys going through emotional stuff. But, we have to celebrate women who stand for other women. Because there's so much banter about women tearing down women. All right, in the world. So, we always celebrate women who stand for other women. So, Kim and Kristen, look, today, y'all need to school us. School me, please. I want to know everything teenage pregnancy, because it's something that is plaguing the world. 30% of the youth in Nigeria, of the teenagers, I'm talking 15 through to 19, are affected by this course. So you're in a very wide scope of things, and you're looking at fighting and slaying the dragon, in the proverbial dragon. All right, but of course it has injured so many lives, that's scarred folks, and it's eating our world at its very core. So we want to thank you for, taking that step, diving into the mud, rolling up your sleeves, wearing your big girl pants, and saying, look, we got this. So take us away. Tell us everything we need to know from the why you got into this. Like, why? What was the motivation? What pushed you to say, look, I want to fight for these girls?
Okay. So the teenage pregnancy thing is more of our project.
Okay.
Yeah, because the advocacy is Ladies Ring.
All right.
And it was actually birthed out of the passion for anything that has to do with young women.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So we pick projects one by one. We trash them out. like event visitations of communities and all that. So we pick topics every year that seem to be dominant. For example, last year it was abuse, because abuse seemed to be rampant and all that.
Yeah.
So we decided that to pick a project, we have to go to those people who are actually neglected in the society. So hence teenage Big Drive. Yeah.
Okay, I'm fired up. All right, take us away. Nail us to the cross.
Okay, so as like I said, Ladies Ring deals with everything concerning young women as we grow, the challenges we face, and how to push everything and move forward. Yeah, in Ladies Ring, we give ladies that opportunity to speak out, to be free, and to slay it.
I love the word slay.
Yeah.
And it was used well. All right, you want to take us away?
Yeah.
Give us
And
some juice.
when it comes to why,
Yeah.
I would say personally, I think a passion for anything that has to do with the gender female has actually been my thing since I was small.
Oh, that's
Because
nice.
I found myself reading female magazines. I found myself eavesdropping on conversations that has to do with ladies and all that.
Okay,
So
guys, we're getting some saloon talk today on the show. Go on. I like it.
It was more of like a passion. But then growing up, the more, I love it, right? So the more I grew up, the more I tend to like pay attention to those people. So I saw a lot of ills, and personally I went through things too as well. My friends, even Christine here, so we because I thank God for the kind of person I am and she is too. We are kind of people that instead of regretting a particular thing, we learn and move on.
Yeah.
So that lessons we've picked, we see ladies who actually go through the same. Since we are experienced, why don't we help them up? You get? So the reason why Ladies Ring is here is because there is a need for it. Young women need that platform.
Yeah.
Young women need to be heard. Yes, because I realize that there are a lot of things that are eating ladies up, but they don't open up. Why? Because the society does not give them that platform to open up.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's the aim. The society needs it. That is why it is here.
All right. Kristen, you want to add to that? Because I can see you've been itching over there. You just want to make sure that we get you. All right, let's go.
Not really, but I know when this project came about, I traveled down home. So
Okay.
myself and Kimpe were discussing something very crucial to one of our friends.
All right.
So it was something very sad. I think I remember that year, 2016 towards 2017.
Okay.
So we're like, but how can this kind of a thing happen and all of that? Then Kimpe can so overthink, and in her overthinking bring up things very substantial and all of that.
Yeah.
So she was like, why can't we turn this into, can we just maybe organize a group of leaders and tell them this? Because it was really paining her, and I could hear from her voice that thing I shared with her was really eating her up. So she was like, how can we just come? I was like, okay, when I'm in Jos, we will organize this ladies and all of that. So we organized a group of ladies. I think we had them in attendance, about 50 of them.
That's strong. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes, we that was the first project we started.
Wow, for the first project.
Yeah.
That is lovely.
So we talked about relationship, because it was
Because there's breakfast
Yeah.
everywhere. The streets are unsafe, people. The streets are unsafe.
yes. So we invited some guys also to the show, and we talked about relationship, how relationship has been tamed in the society, how we can help ourselves while in the relationship as ladies and like that. So after that, we saw another need to explore everything that has to do with the female child, and here we are, and greater heights, we believe.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So that's how this was born. That's a really, really beautiful story. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is some appetizer for you. All right, but the main course is coming through. I just want to say this. Before the show, we were discussing, myself, Kimpe, and of course Christine, were discussing, and I was, wowing them with the fact that the world taught information was, the problem. But then, with the emergence of technology and everything, smartphones and everything, it disconnected people from each other.
Yeah, that's true.
It pushed people further away from each other. And then 2, it made the world dumber. I'll explain why. During my research over the course of, when not just treating or celebrating cancer, the fight against cancer, which is what we did through October on the show.
Yeah.
And funny enough, coincidentally, the last show celebrating Cancer Awareness Month, which was October, we talked about sex on the show. Okay, and the benefits of sex in the fight of cancer. And it's kind of a cliche that here we are today talking about teenage pregnancies and how it has scarred the world and everything in between. But I just want to say this real quick because I had to take a screenshot of this just to be very, very accurate, because I have some listeners that be tuning in and be like, okay, Kenzie, no, it was 9, not 7, that kind of a thing. But I just want to make sure that I got them out of this. So in the US of A, right, which is why I want to just put my case in point that information is not the problem, or is not one of the core problems as supposed or speculated for teenage pregnancies. Information and education in third world countries are not part of the major problems. They are, nothing to take away from that. They are, but in the United States of America, I'm talking about the very US of A. I'm going to say this because this is very precise. 3 out of 10 teens in American girls will get pregnant at least once before the age of 20. These are facts out here. All right. Parenthood is the leading reason that teenage girls drop out of school. More than 50% of teen mothers never graduate from high school. So I just want to let you know that they're in school. They're well informed. All right. This is high school we're talking about. They're well informed. Okay.
Yeah.
But then it never stopped anything. Okay. So education / information. Yeah, I just want to put my case in point for those of y'all who are looking to clap back after the show. All right. 3, about 25% of teen moms have a second child within 24 months of the first. This is in the US of A. All right. I'll let you banter Nigeria later. That's your department. I'll let you do that. But I want to banter. I want to make sure that the whole world knows exactly what's going on. All right. And now, less than 2% of teen moms earn a college degree by age 30. And this is in a system that works educationally and information. Okay. Moving on, the United States has one of the highest teen pregnancy rates in the Western industrialized world. The US of A. Okay. Please, I do love me some USA. All right, so I'm not trying to downplay the US. The US of A is a beautiful place to be, and it's actually nice for quote unquote greener pastures. But you got to see the bad side of these things as well.
Yeah.
Now, next in 2011, all right, the teen birth rate in the United States fell to the lowest level recorded in nearly 70 years of tracking teen childbearing. All right, and finally, 8 out of 10 teen dads do not. This one will excite you a little bit. Do not marry the mother of their child. So we got a lot of baby mamas running around.
Yeah.
Okay, child support and everything. Now, this child support thing, please just find somewhere, talk it in real nicely, because we'll bring it up at the point where we say women, on Broke Nuggets, where we're talking about why women prefer guys with money to guys with who are behaviorally sound. Okay. Yeah. Now once a mother, a baby mama, she gets all the child support, everything in between. There's cash flowing in. In the immortal words of Zlatan, Shoni Sisi, cash out. Okay, so all those coming, but I'll let y'all serve us the main course on what is really about teenage pregnancy in Nigeria. Take us through the whole thing, dice us, thrash us. Please, no sentiments involved. Thrash the girls where you need to, so that girls can, brace up and be like, okay, look, we have to look out for ourselves and make sure that we're up to the task. And then where you can, you be lenient and be like, okay, girls, y'all can do this. All right, having a child at 15, 14 is not the end of the world. Okay, and then of course I need you on the show today to please help me, because I've been doing this alone for a while, but I got you all today. So I need you all to help me thrash parents, because parents and society are really like, they're hurting us a lot. So I need you all to enlighten them, let them stay quote unquote woke on the topic. So just take us every browser, slap us around.
Okay, I would start with the parents though.
All right, let's go.
Okay, first off, for every post I make on my social media platform,
Yeah.
Facebook to be precise, there's always a girl that will go into my DM
Yeah.
to share a story that is similar and how it affects her.
Wow.
So when the Teenage Mothers Aid Drive started,
Yeah.
and I posted about it, I had a lot of them. Yeah, and there was this particular lady that actually expressed how they have not been in like a good relationship with her parents,
Ouch.
her mother to be precise. They don't have time for her and others. Now, delving into the main part, I would say that teenage pregnancy is, according to me, it's basically caused by like two reasons.
Okay.
One is force, that's rape.
All right.
Yeah, and the second one comes from what they call mistake, which
Mistake.
they call it carelessness or recklessness rather.
I would like to hear more on this mistake part.
Okay, going to the rape part, I don't need to explain.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of our teens are actually being molested, and we don't know. Sometimes we know, but we tend to like keep short about it.
Societal.
Yeah, and then secondly, when it comes to like mistake,
Go ahead.
when a lady, and this lady growing up, not having, let's divide them into two.
All right.
Those who actually have that parental love and care, those that don't. So you can actually imagine those that don't actually have that love and care. When my parents can't tell me they love me, and a man out there tells me, I will go for him, because I will always want to hear that. So it's as a result of that they go and fall prey into the hands of these guys.
True.
Yeah, and we all know, let's actually be honest and sincere. The touch of a man is something that you need heavens to stand.
I got you. I'll fill you in on some details, but I got you. Go on.
Yeah. So you can imagine someone who don't have that strength. What then happens? And she is small. She's not that mature enough to know about that. Maybe because her parents did actually school her on the stuff. Definitely, we get another situation there.
Exactly.
And then we have those that, okay, yes, they have the parental love and care, they have all the upbringing, the moral rectitude and all that, but out of their own will, should I say, maybe peer pressure or something,
Yeah.
they just want to like feel.
To explore, exposure.
Thank you.
Mm.
So that also births another situation. So these are contributing factors that actually result to teenage pregnancies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Christian, you want to add to that?
Not really, but just to ponder more on the issue of youthful exuberance.
Yeah.
It's a thing that is killing us. If you're not strong, you will really fall into that.
True.
Because we as youth, we want to explore everything. Even the holy books, the Bible precisely says not all things are beneficial. Some
Yeah.
things are. So this I want to feel among, and before you know, you might get the warnings, but your body is willing.
Yeah, nobody, but the spirit
The
is.
spirit
Yeah.
is willing, but the body is weak. Yes, so I think that youthful exuberance for me, in addition to what she said.
Okay. So we're looking at different situations here. We're looking at rape. We're looking at peer pressure. We're looking at societal, means they need to be a big girl, a big boy, termed.
Yeah.
The acceptance from your peers, society, for people to look at you as an adult.
Yeah.
And all that, and of course youthful exuberance. So these are ways that people are giving in to vices that may lead or will lead to teenage pregnancy. So let's discuss. Take us in. How do you meet ladies or a couple of ladies, or when you organize your events, or your sensitization, and you go out there and you want ladies to be like aware of these situations and how to combat or mitigate these situations, because you can't really just scrap it off because it's beautiful. So how do you come out and say, look, this is something that is plaguing the society, is ailing the society, and we want to slowly eradicate teenage pregnancy from Nigeria as a whole, not just Plateau State, because I can see your dream and you're going wide and beyond. People book it, you heard it here first, man. They're going wide and beyond, so that when they make it and they're signing autographs, a certain person that's talking to you right now would be on the other side and they will say, okay, look, I was on Ken's show. But how do you, normal girl on the street, everyday girl, how do you tell her, like, look, babe, you have to watch this or watch this or calm down? How do you actually convince people to go along with the idea?
Okay. First off, it's not about just convincing, but how do you get them together?
All right, let's go.
Yeah. I think first they say charity begins at home.
Okay.
It starts with parents and siblings. So I think that is where the main work should start.
Yeah.
So that we know that, okay, those that we are dealing with outside, we know that maybe there are people that, okay, don't just want to listen to their parents, they just want it from another side or something.
Yeah.
So the main reason is how to actually get those people together. Which to me, there is nothing as beautiful as girl clubs and girl meetings, breakfast meeting to be precise.
Breakfast.
I love it.
All right, breakfast.
No, that's true. You get like 50 ladies together, like when she told you our first event,
which was beautiful. That's
where
huge.
we had.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you. The beginning of that event, everybody was kind of quiet and reserved.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to talk. 20 minutes into the event, everybody was looking for an opportunity to speak. Because why? We gave them that platform. We gave them that opportunity to be free and open up.
Preach.
So if you can actually gather those ladies, give them that platform they need, they will definitely do that. And so when they speak out, you get where they are coming from, and so you know how to address what you want to address.
Exactly.
Yeah, so to me, I think it has to be with gathering them first.
All right. Chrissy, you want to add to that?
Yeah, well, I feel you as an organizer, we need to be well informed, because you cannot come and give what you do not have.
I agree.
Yes, so
I agree.
If like the last week we went for this outreach, I remember giving my personal story as it relates to teenage pregnancy, and so I could see the look on the ladies' faces. Oh, so she was a victim, or she's maybe a product of it. So it gives them more opportunity to be open up, because when we first organized this, they were like, the look on their faces would be like, what can these ladies tell us? Or when we started telling them, okay, this is what I have gone through with this guy, and like
so they can relate.
girls, that is what. So I feel, before you can be able to gather them, you need to be well informed too. To know what you cannot just come and say because you know how to speak English or something, you just relate to. So you need to gather people with experiences, like your executives, or there are some people, or they know people that have similar issues. So when you are talking to people, they don't know.
So people, you have to have walked the talk to talk the talk. All right, it's your boy Kenzie, and if you're just tuning in, you have missed a lot. It's been an entertaining session with Ken and Christine, and they've been dissecting, projecting, and of course giving us the juice, scoop, and the squeeze on everything we need to know in pregnancy. Now they will tell us why they went into standing for girls who have been scorned or segregated or stigmatized by society, and their reasons for going into this has been beautiful. It has been blissful, and it's a woman raising woman and women raising women along and around the world, and it's something that we have been hoping for, and something we preach here on Moments every day. And I know, guys, please, guys, for every time you've been coming at me, guys, for not raising guys this is the reason, because women are doing the most to raise women. And guys, we're just like, we all bros on this bro code, and like, all right. So these women are really, really legends in the making, and I really believe in what they're doing, and it's really like driving all straight to the chest, the spinal chest, and it's been beautiful. And like I said, I want to thank you for what you're doing for women and teenage women, because when you look at Nigeria, these are the group, this is the age class that people don't listen to the most. So I want to thank you so much for standing for them and giving them a voice out there and telling them, girl, I got you. So it's really, really, really beautiful. And of course, people, they've been telling us a little situations here, and why people come out and say, look, I want to be a big girl, and get into things like teenage pregnancy. So the reasons why people go into it, and of course motivational forces that have been pushing me, and like, look, you shall not join this campaign, ladies, please, I want to also preach for teenage women. So on the show, before I give you the floor to tell us the hurdles that you face in accomplishing goals, and of course giving us your final big goal that you want to achieve by the end of your struggle, but at the end of the line, the finishing point, that you say, look, I can rest my heart at this point. Teenage girls got it from this point. What is the goal? But before we discuss that, I just want to say this. We discussed sex as, or in relation to fighting cancer, all right, on the last show. And the good part of sex at whatever age for women is that women, it is encouraged, doctors' orders, not mine, doctors' orders, that women should have sex 2 to 3 times a week for mental and health reasons. 1, it reduces blood pressure. 2, it increases up to 97.8% of the risk of you having breast or pancreatic cancer.
Wow.
In women. It increases sleep, increases IQ in women, mental focus, and the general health of the heart in women. So these are just some of the pros of having sex at whatever age. In fact, I will go as far as saying that the World Health Organization has passed into law that any child from the age of 9 should watch porn as a means of sex education and something to be aware of before, quote unquote, the talk from adults. All right, so that's just some information for y'all out there, and of course for those in the studio, you see their eyes lit up. They're like, what was going on here? But of course, I got
the way you say it, you're literally making it look like those abstaining are doomed. Like,
please, if you can abstain, and you don't want to feel a kinky, say the touch of a man. I'm paraphrasing here. The touch of a man is almost impossible to resist. But of course, if you found the discipline and strength to do so, big ups to you. Look, I'm for you. I'll give a big ups to you. But if you know that you are in it and you have to give in to your sexual or emotional urges, then please use contraceptive. Get the right information on how to use your contraceptive and birth control methods. But if you're freestyling, then please, you have Sikin and Kristen so they can walk you through and get you out of that. All right, people, that's some education and entertainment for y'all. It's been a pleasure having y'all on the show today, and it's been a good one. Kim, Kristen, thank you for having us and coming on the show today. It's really been humbling. And thanks to the General for making sure that we're live on air. You know how I leave y'all. Please show love. Give love, and then of course you can pop my name to cup. So be loved. It's your boy Kenzie.